Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Flow, Hustle and Grow TV. Today we're going to be discussing why choosing the right business is so important to its success.
Welcome to episode 1 of Flow, Hustle and Grow TV. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. We're still kind of building the table and the bench and things in the dining room, and there may have just been a little accident where I may have bumped into the table and knocked everything absolutely flying. Really hurt my thumb. So we just had to set everything back up again. That's live with me. I'm just really clumsy. The bench isn't properly built and my legs are too short, basically. I'm like a hobbit. So I kind of just fell off the bench, essentially. So anyway, we will crack on. This week's episode is going to be focusing on why choosing the right business is key to your success. But first, I'm just going to go through a few other bits and pieces. If you didn't see the introduction the other day, I just wanted to introduce this video series to you. So every Monday, I'm going to be coming live onto Facebook. The video is then going to get put onto IGTV and YouTube, and you'll be able to find it on my website as well. And each week, we're going to cover a topic which is going to help you grow your business and make more profit from your business. And obviously, it's free. You can come on live, you can ask me questions, which I totally encourage. I want you to come and ask me questions while we're on, and that's the whole purpose. I'm going live so that you can get those answers here and now for your burning business questions. So that's what Flow, Hustle and Grow TV is all about. So like I say, you can catch it on here, IGTV and YouTube. Do please give me a like and a share and let me know that kind of what I'm doing is valuable, because the more valuable it is to you, the more obviously you can let me know, then the more I can make. And it just helps me to really tailor the content to you, because I know what is needed out there. So yes, there we go. So I've got Caitlin here with me again. Say hello, Caitlin.
Hi.
That's my 11-year-old daughter, the production team. You got all this professional stuff now, which Santa may or may not have bought us for Christmas. So, like I said, we're going to move swiftly on now to this week's topic, which is why choosing the right business is key for success. Following on from that, I am going to do the Q&A section, where I've had a few questions sent in this week, so I'm going to cover some of those. First, though, before I go into the topic, I want to let you know about my new guide that I've released today, which is the 6 proven strategies to supercharge profit and growth in your business. It's a 34-page download. It's on PDF. It comes in 6 different parts because it's such a huge document. So it just means that you can then structure your business using the 6 strategies that I personally used to grow She Hustles Inc. to a full-time business in just 3 months. It's nothing groundbreaking, it's everything that you could find on Google, but what I'm doing is, it takes 10 years of my knowledge from building up different businesses, it takes all the coaching that I've done with different businesses, it takes all the marketing courses and things that I've learned about marketing, and it puts it all into one simple to use guide for you to get started. So rather than you having to go and trawl Google for the next 12 months to try and figure out all this stuff, I'm hoping that my one document can give you all of that, so then you can at least spend the next 3 months growing your business rather than searching around for the answer of how to grow your business. So I hope that's of use to you. I'm going to make sure that the link is below the video afterwards. So today's topic, why choosing the right business is key to success. Caitlin, have you got any ideas? No? Okay. So I want to approach it first of all from this perspective. When we choose a business, there are 2 main ways that you can pick that business. Firstly, you could look to see where the money is. What is making money right now? What's popular? What's trending? What's currently in the world that you could make money from? Or 2, the second way, is you do something that you're passionate about or you enjoy, and then you make money out of that, so you come at it from that perspective. So the difference in those 2 methods would be, the first one, you're going into an area where you're more guaranteed an income. You know that that is a popular topic that's making money at that particular time, so you know therefore that you can make money from that business. The downside to it is, that whatever you end up doing, you may not enjoy. You may end up only doing it short term. If you're following trends, that might not be a long-term trend. It might be a very short-lived thing, and then you're finding the next thing. However, that does suit some people. Some people just want to chase the money, as they say, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I do prefer, personally, it's a personal thing, I prefer the other method, where we find something that we're passionate about and then we turn it into a business. So we're going to kind of look at it from that angle today. So there's then two considerations. So if you're going to do something that you truly love and that you're passionate about, that you picked this thing that you really want to kind of spend your time doing, you've then got to think exactly what you're going to do, what are you going to sell, what is it you're going to give to people, and how are you going to do that? Exactly how. So you need to be thinking, okay, we've got the what. I know that, say, I have an interest, like myself, I have an interest in helping other people succeed in business. I really love seeing other businesses thrive. Like, that's what I love doing. So how am I then going to use that as a business? How am I going to put it out there? So my choices would be to create a physical product. So that could be something like a book, a guide, but that you get a physical copy of. Perhaps you purchase it from Amazon and you get it through the post and you get a physical guide. The second option would be an online business, so something downloadable, so that therefore they don't have any contact directly with me as such. You just download a document, and that's the way that the business operates. Some people might call that a passive income, but that's a whole other subject, because no income is truly passive in my eyes, but there you go. And the third option would be like a service-based business. So are you going to, say for example, like a coach, spend an hour with them, spend 2 hours with them, spend some time with them and give them your expertise, either like one-to-one or in a group scenario, a webinar scenario. So you've got the different methods in which you can offer your service or product out, essentially. You've got those 3 different ways. It's really important that both of those things are right for you. So it's really important that the business is right for you and how you do the business is right for you. This is for many, many reasons, but the main thing is that if you're passionate about what you're doing, if you love it, number one, it isn't going to get old fast. If you truly love it from the bottom of your heart, you'll enjoy doing it every day. You'll enjoy kind of rocking up to work every single day. It's more fun. So that's obviously a good thing. We don't want to feel, bugged by our work when we've chosen to do it. The whole reason you may have left your job, or you may be trying to leave your job, is because you want to do a business you love. So why would you pick something you don't want to spend all your time doing? So that's why it's super important from that angle. Number 2, obviously it needs to work around your family. It's no good. Say, for example, I was a personal trainer at one point. It didn't work around my family because most clients wanted to train early morning and late evening, which I totally understand. The other problem is I had children, and it was very, very difficult to get childcare for them at those times. It just didn't work as a business model. So that was the end of that, essentially. The other reason why it's important for you to love what you do is because if you are passionate about what you do, it will show to other people. Your genuine passion will show in all your copy, which is like your words on your blog posts and your social media posts and things like that. It will show in all of those things, and people will buy into you and trust you and build a rapport with you so much more because of it. So it's really, really important that you get that passion across to them. And if you love what you do, then it's instantly going to happen, isn't it? Because you demonstrating that love you have for that topic. Obviously, as well, if it's something that you love to do, you're going to be knowledgeable about it. If you've got plenty of knowledge about a subject, it makes things like content creation and product creation a whole lot easier if you know where you're going with it. So that's kind of the main reasons, really, why it's important to really think about what business you want. So you've done these things, you've thought about the business you're going to do, you've thought about how you're going to run it. Now you're on the road to success for having a profitable business, because all the pieces are in order, and the sort of the pathway is set for that business to be profitable. If either of those things aren't right, that business will not succeed. It will not go on and be profitable. Even if it is short term, something will crack and crumble with it long term, and it just will end up crumbling. So I guess what I'm trying to say is get your house in order now. Make sure the business is right for you now. I've created a whole exercise this on a free download. It's totally free. It's in the 34-page document that I mentioned that I'll put a link to. It's one of the first exercises to make sure that either your current business is right for you and set up right, or if you've not got a business yet, how to go about picking that business and setting it up right now for success. So I'll make sure that you've got a copy of that. All you need to do is go and download it. Like I say, it's totally free, so you might as well use that resource. So that's really all about choosing the right business. Like I say, there's no right nor wrong. It's up to you what you do. That's just my take on it and from my experience, how I've seen that things work for businesses. So it's up to you, therefore, to consider. If you've got any questions on that, or you're doing the guide and you've got any questions, you can email me at any time at hannah@shehustlesinc.com. DM me through Facebook, through Instagram. I always get back to people. You can go on my website and there's a contact page on there as well, so you can find me there. So do get in touch. So Caitlin, I think we're ready to move on to the Q&A section. Feeling good? Good. Not bored yet? No, good. Okay. So got a couple of questions this week. Question number 1 was how to get started on WordPress. Caitlin, have you ever heard of WordPress yet? No. Okay, how to get started on WordPress. So huge question. And not one that I can answer well sat here in front of the camera. Like a tutorial would be much better for answering that question, and maybe that's something that I'll make at some point. But for now, what I'm going to do is drop you a couple of links that I know are kind of good links about how to go about setting up your blog on WordPress. So if the question was specific, I believe, to starting a blog on WordPress, not just a sort of a general site. So I'll leave some links below so that you can understand how to do that. I do have, however, a couple of main tips that will help you get started. So WordPress is fantastic. The plugins it has is what makes it just this crazy huge resource. Like that bad boy can do your ironing for you. Like there is nothing that WordPress doesn't do for your business. It's insane. Like there's a plugin for just everything. So I love WordPress. Like couldn't run my website without WordPress. I just adore it. But what I would say is for how wonderful it is, especially when you first get on it, it's really clunky to use. It's really difficult to kind of get your head around. And I remember those days, and still now, I bet you ask anybody who uses WordPress that there is still a time when something goes wrong on their site and they have to go through the menu one by one to try and find where it's gone wrong. I think we've all kind of been there at some point, so kind of don't beat yourself up if that happens. But what I would say is get really familiar with your dashboard. So that menu down the left-hand side, kind of going into customize, that's a whole new world if you go into there as well, and kind of get used to customizing them, what the front end of the website, etc. through there. So just really kind of get comfortable with it, have a play with it, and get really comfortable with your dashboard is my first tip. Once you've got comfortable with your dashboard, go and check out plugins. So with plugins, like I say, you can do anything. There is nothing that they cannot do. However, don't go crazy. Don't get kind of plugin craziness and download all the plugins. Just download what you need. If however, you've kind of got your WordPress site, if it's not come on already, get yourself Yoast, which is YOAST. That's for SEO. So SEO is search engine optimization. That's your Google search. So that when you search something like, I don't know, female entrepreneur, She Hustles Inc. comes up because you've built female entrepreneur into your website as a keyword. So that means like kind of putting it in all your blog posts and on your pages and things like that. If you are in a popular niche, such as my niche, ranking on the first page of Google, so when someone searches, getting on that very first page of Google is very difficult. You need to be established and very good at SEO. If your niche is slightly smaller, so for example, handmade children's clothing, you stand a chance of ranking. If you get the right keywords and things on there, there's a good chance that you'll rank. So My advice is to get yourself Yoast, because that tells you how to optimize every single page. It's got like a menu at the bottom of the page, and it comes with like green and red and tells you whether things are good or bad and how to improve them. So it just tells you exactly what to do. So then when you start blogging, you just want to make sure that Yoast is kind of happy and green. Again, with the blogging side of things, that's just kind of getting your head around it. Yoast will guide you in terms of all the technical side of things. Other than that, it's just writing. There's lots of good tips about writing for blog posts, such as breaking it up with headings, because people don't like to see too many chunks. But again, Yoast can talk you through that. Making sure you've got a couple of pictures in there. If you want to grow the website, I mean, this is a whole other show which will come down the line. So if you want to grow the blog, I really recommend Pinterest. Pinterest is a fantastic resource for bloggers to really grow blogs through them. So it's my top source of traffic for She Hustles Inc. So what I tend to do is when I write a blog post, I'll create between 1 to 3 pins and pop them in my Tailwind and schedule those out so that it keeps sending traffic on an evergreen basis back to the website, and I find that really helps. So like I say, I'll leave some links below that will try and help you basically, because I could like explain WordPress for like a day. It's just huge topic. I do also have a contact if anybody needs it. She's a lady who offers services to help other females or males to help them with their WordPress site. So very technical side of things. If you're struggling, if a word's appearing and you don't know how to get rid of it, your menu's not right, or you don't know what you're doing, she's your girl. She can sort you out. So if you've got any problems at all, let me know, or I'll even put her details below so that you can go to her if you're struggling. So you can always check her out as well. So good luck with the new blog. I hope it goes really well for you. It is really good fun, whether you're doing it for profit or not. It's sort of like an online journal, obviously, if that's what you're intending it for. So it can be really good fun. Last question is on lead magnets and how to create them. So there is going to be a show coming up in the next couple of weeks that's entirely dedicated to lead magnets and the creation of them. If you don't know what a lead magnet is, Caitlin, do you know what a lead magnet is? Yeah. No. Any ideas? Sort of, not quite, but kinda. So basically, a lead magnet is like a freebie. So like you might see get the so you like YouTube stuff, get like the top 10 gamers guide to how to do something and it's free, and you just have to put your email in to get it. Yeah. That's a lead magnet. So what do you get out of? What do they get out of you when you sign up for it? What do you have to put in to get it? Your details, your email address, and your name. Then they've got you on a list. Having somebody on your email list is much better than having them on your social media. The reason being, if Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest decided to shut down tomorrow, have you lost your business? Could you seriously tell me that if all of those disappeared tomorrow, you could still run your business? And the answer is probably no. You probably very heavily rely on social media. We all do. There's no beating around that bush. But if you've got the email addresses in a list, if everything does go completely tits up with social media, it means, sorry Caitlin, if everything does go wrong with social media, it means that you've got your list to rely on. You can at least still market to people. So it's a good idea to build up your list. The way to get people to sign up to your list is to offer them a freebie, a lead magnet of some description. And like I say, that's a whole show in itself, so we'll go into that in more detail. But the specific question was how to create them. So if you're talking about practically how to produce a lead magnet that you can give to people, you really need to think about the format that you're going to give it them in. So obviously we've got a few different mediums. We've got, sound. Is it going to be like a podcast, something like that, that's just sound that they can download and listen to? Is it going to be a video type freebie or a webinar, something visual with the person on the screen and talking that they can see? Or it might obviously be a silent guide but on a video, so almost like a slideshow, something like that with a how-to on it. Or is it going to be something readable? Is it going to be like a PDF document? The other kind of freebies that you could do are kind of virtual ones, so things like codes, so you could do like money off. for products in your store. That could be one. I'm trying to think of any others now off the top of my head. You could do physical ones. Sometimes people send physical samples. You might, I don't know, when you get the little sachets of like moisturizer and things like that, that's technically a lead magnet. So those are kind of the different formats that you want them in. So what you've got to first do is decide on how you want to deliver your lead magnet to your audience. Once you know that, then we can start to look at how to design it. So there's a few resources that I commonly use. So for any kind of video recording, I generally use GoToMeeting. It's just because that was all integrated with my Calendly and things like that. So that was my kind of video software of choice. It's actually meeting software, but because you can record audio and sound, it worked well for me. And you can do like picture-on-picture and things like that. Or what's it called, Caitlin? Facecam. We were having a discussion the other day. She's going, do you mean Facecam? I'm going, no, like picture-on-picture. She's like, no, it's Facecam. And this is where Caitlin's the technical department and I sit on this side of the camera. But basically we've got GoToMeeting, or you can use Zoom. Now both of those do a free package where you can record for up to 40 minutes. So you could use either Zoom or GoTo and it would be free to create that video. If you want to make the video look a little bit slicker, then you need to get yourself some video editing software. Now this is not as jazzy as it sounds. I literally use an app on my phone which is called Viva Video. Viva Video. That was difficult. I use Viva Video to make sort of some nice videos and links and things like that, so you can make them look nice and jazzy. It's really simple to do, like it kind of does it all for you. So I really recommend that one if you're doing some sort of video software. You can do webinars as well. You may have seen those. If you do a Google, you'll find loads of webinar options. There's also GoToWebinar. You can kind of run it through Zoom, and again, it depends whether you're doing them live or whether you're setting them up so that they run like 4 times a day, etc. So that's how you would look at those. There's Canva. Canva is obviously a godsend for anybody in business. If you're in business and you are not on Canva, like, oh, dear God, how have you survived to now? Like, it's like this, I don't know, it's as needed as tea for me, like whilst I'm working. So Canva is C-A-N-V-A. So get yourself over to Canva. Again, there's paid packages, but the free one is like perfect. And if you need more images, use some stock websites such as Pexels, P-E-X-E-L-S. Why are all these names so difficult so I feel like I have to spell them? There's Pixabay, P-I-X-A-B-A-Y. It's like a spelling challenge. And there's Unsplash, U-N-Splash. It's easier. Yeah. So there's Unsplash as well. So if you're feeling like you need more images and Canva's saying like, no, this is one of our like $1 ones or whatever, then head over to one of those and you can import those into Canva and use those images. So it makes it a little bit better. So you can use Canva to create PDF, JPEGs, PNGs, all sorts. So JPEGs and PNGs, sorry, those are types of images. I thought everywhere took PNG now, but it turns out that IGTV does not like PNG images as their cover. They prefer JPEGs. So there you go, there's a handy hint for you if you're downloading off Canva. And also you can even run lead magnets through your website. So say, for example, you want it's something that they're going to be reading or doing or something like that, go and put it on your website. You know, so when they click to get the freebie, they put in their email address, they click send, they go through to a web page, and that's got all the information on it. They'd also get an email that says go to this page to get the freebie that you've just asked for, and it would take them back onto the website. That's good because we're directing traffic back at the website. It's keeping that website traffic flowing, and you can put the nice, you know, sidebars in on, like, say, WordPress, etc., or whatever website provider you're with that's going to get them interested in other things. So it's a good idea if you can to send them back to the website. That's always nice to do. And then obviously there's a whole other content, you know, tutorial that I can bring to you on what you do then once you've collected the emails, etc. If you want some easy help on that, I'm going to point you back in the direction of my 6 proven strategies to supercharge your profits and growth, because in there I've got built in sections for how to choose your lead magnet, how to market it, how to grow your business with it, and how to then send out email sequences. And it's got a full email sequence that you can send to people with that lead magnet. So do make sure you go and get that download, because it's going to really, really help you with all of what we've discussed today. So that's really all I've got for you today. I hope that was super useful. If you've got any questions at any time, please do just either put them in the comments, or like I say, email me or DM me, and I'll either include them in the next show or maybe answer them at the time, depending on what the question is. So I hope that's super useful for you all. Please, like I say, give me some love. I'm not the most relaxed in front of the camera. If you can't tell, hands are like steel. So I'm very nervous doing this, but it's something that I've really wanted to do for a while and embrace. So really appreciate it if you just give me some love and some likes and things, and please, just share with any business friends you've got, because I'm working really, really hard on it, and I deserve a share, bare minimum, I think. So that's all for this week, and I will see you next week, Monday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. See you later.